Good morning all, and welcome to another live from O Britannia. I was going to do my normal walk this morning, but it is quite blowy out there, and they've roped off a lot of the the promenade bit where we can sort of walk around, so probably going to have to do that a little bit later once Julia and James are up. So I brought you to the promenade, and not the promenade, the atrium. I thought I'd just show you the area sort of around me. This is the third floor of the atrium, so we've got sort of restaurants up here. The second one sort of just above my head, we can see the red, you can see that, is where the shops are. And then right at the bottom there's sort of more sort of restaurants and bars and what have you. But in regards to sort of what happened yesterday, as I said, it was the first full day at sea, so it was just sort of acclimatising to what had been going on yesterday, acclimatising to the ship, just making sure we knew where everything was, all very straightforward. It was also celebration and dress-up night last night. Just as people were coming on, I'll just show you the atrium behind me. Really nice. So yeah, the clocks also went forward overnight. So I was going to be doing my walk as I've already said, but it's still really dark out there, and it's quite windy as well, so they've roped off. I would have done the walk, it wouldn't have bothered me about the wind, but it was, you know, they've roped off all the promenades, so I can't actually do that. So we're going to do that probably in the next sort of hour or so, once we get a little bit of light as well. So if you are new to the channel, didn't know what was happening, I am on P&O's Britannia for the next 14 nights, 13 nights now. As I say, do make sure you like and subscribe and hit the old bell so you know when we're live. But this is in the atrium area. It is very early, 25 to 6, so there's lots of cleaning and stuff going on. Not a lot of people. Good morning. When will it change? When will it change indeed, eh? But no, this is best time of day to come out, explore the ship. Staff are so polite and friendly. You can't go everywhere, as I've just said about, you know, I went right up to deck 17, went outside, and yes, I could walk around sort of the initial deck, but sort of the promenade that I wanted to do. I am definitely on a ship. Do make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because there could be loads of these coming up, and also when we go to the different ports I'm going to be doing plenty as well. But if you look over my shoulder, that is the promenade, sorry, the atrium, I keep saying promenade, the atrium behind me. We are on P&O Britannia. As I say, it's a 14-night Mediterranean cruise, so we'll be visiting Cadiz, Mallorca, Sardinia, Ibiza, Cartagena, and also Gibraltar over the next 2 weeks. So yeah. The writing is really small. Is that Nikolai? Sorry, I can't see it. I did not know that about Bruce Lee. Thank you for that information. It is cool. We went on Ventura. What the options are on board to do. A little bit of walking doesn't bother us. But obviously, Mum, we have to be mindful of where she can and can't go and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's interesting what we can and can't do. Always wanted to do a cruise ship. My advice, if you always wanted to do it and you are able to do it, is maybe start off with a smaller ship like we did with Ventura. You get sort of a bit of a taste of what it's all about. We've still, you know, a lot of the luxury, but just not as the, you know, vastness of this ship. I mean, this isn't one of their biggest ships. You know, they've got, I think it's Iona and Azura. Is it Azura? I can't think for a minute, but they've got two bigger ships that are newer. than this. So yeah, because we're on a ship, essentially in the middle of the Atlantic. The internet will come and go at times. I think it's the satellite internet. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. It's a lot better now. I appreciate that. No, I'm travelling with my wife, my son, and mum. They are all still tucked up in bed. They're the sensible ones. It's 20 to 6 a.m. here. So if you've ever seen any of my lives I do from home when I walk the dog, you'll know I'm an early riser, and I wanted to get up. Thanks for the like, appreciate that. I do like to get up, get out early, see the sunrise, all that sort of stuff. But today, as I say, the clocks have gone forward, so we've lost that ability sort of straight away. Although, as I say, later on I'm hoping when I'm out with Julia and James for a walk on the promenade deck, and I will go live again. Morning.
Morning, sir.
You okay? Good. We will be able to see that coming up. The food, do you know what? It's interesting you say about that, the food, because when we were on Ventura, it was very good, don't get me wrong. But obviously this is only the second full day, but the meals we had, even in the buffet, when we got on board on Friday, it was amazing. I've been so impressed with the food. It really has gone up a level, I think. And I can't speak for sort of prior to COVID. People wax lyrical about prior to COVID, but I've only been on cruises since COVID, and I've been quite impressed, And don't get me wrong, I'm not the most fussiest person, but I like to get what we pay for. And I think from that point of view, you just have to sometimes accept that you are on a cruise ship, and there's a sort of certain limitations, I suppose, but they've been amazing, the food. So yeah, definitely would recommend it. All the food is included, as in the main dining room and sort of the buffet, and up on the sort of swimming pool deck you've got sort of a pizzeria, a burger and a chip place. There are specialist restaurants that you do have to pay for, or a subsidy for, but you don't have to go to them if you don't want to. But the main restaurants, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and the buffet, and as I say, the burger, pizzeria place, they're all within the price. We're on a O Britannia, and we're on a Mediterranean cruise. We'll be stopping at 6 ports over the next 14 days. Let's say it's going to be Cadiz, Mallorca, Sardinia, Cartagena, Ibiza, and Gibraltar. So is that what they call the Western Mediterranean cruise? I think that's what they call it, isn't it? I said to Julia, the two I think we would do next, not for the foreseeable, because we've got a couple of other holidays planned over the next sort of couple of years, some special ones which you might have heard me speaking about. But we would do the Iceland and Norway one, I think. I quite fancy that. Or maybe a fly cruise where you go out of Valletta. How long do we spend at each stop? Now it varies. For example, not Cadiz, Gibraltar, I think we're only there for about 5 or 6 hours from what I've been told, which is quite short. But Cadiz, I think we get there sort of quite early in the morning, probably about 8 o'clock. I don't think we're leaving there till about 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And that is the same for most places, but I think Gibraltar, because it's our last stop on our way home, there is a reason for that. Whether it's to do with timings to get home or the port of Gibraltar, I don't know. But it does vary from one place to the other. But in most cases, you're there most of the time. I think Ibiza we leave really late. That's party town, isn't it, Ibiza? So that is going to be quite lively sail away, I think, and that's something else. The sail aways I don't know if anyone saw the live I did from Southampton. It was okay. It took a bit of time to get going, but I did a little bit of it as we passed one of the other P&O ships. There was horn blowing at each other, which is a tradition. Yeah, there's loads of entertainment on board. I mean, there's each day the Horizon magazine gets delivered to your room, and that basically has got the entertainment for the following day from sort of 7 o'clock in the morning till 10, 11 o'clock at night, and there's always loads going on. Some of it you might think is quite, mundane, from sort of quizzes and, bingo, and there's adult cricket, there's golf lessons, there's watch lessons, there's ship tours, there's loads going on. There's a cinema on board this ship as well. Good morning to Lizzie and the Nightmare, funny friends. Do make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be more of these coming out. And then obviously the evening entertainment, you've got loads going on as well. There's sort of magic shows, sort of concerts, pianists. There's loads going on. It really is enough to sort of wet your palate, as it were. And you're on holiday, aren't you? So you can do as much or as little as you want. Yeah, thank you for the like. I really do appreciate that. The more likes and views and subscriptions we can get, the better it helps the channel grow, which has been sort of really well recently. If you just joined, I'll just show you again where we are. This is the atrium. We're on the third of the 3 floors in the atrium. But that's it behind me, nice sort of spiral stairs behind me there. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. So obviously there are deals you can get on these cruises. Sorry, trying to get my phone right now. But we got, I think it cost us 1,900 each for the 2 weeks. They're trying to get that right. It's not perfect. But we got onboard spend with that as well, which I think we got about £250 to £300 each. So that's basically free money that you can spend on whatever you want in the shops, in the bars. It was so basically, yes, it cost 1,900, but you might as well say it cost us 1,600, because you could then essentially got $300 wooden dollars to do with what you want, and you can't get it back at the end. So I do recommend you use it and abuse it till it's gone, and then obviously then you have to start spending your own money, don't you? But yeah, as I say, free £300, it's not bad, is it? And I understand that this cruise wasn't fully booked up until certainly a few weeks ago. There's 4,000 passengers on board, they were saying last night. And I understand they were giving away some crazy deals with this onboard spend. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can spend it on literally anything in the duty free. I mean, I bought myself a new pair of Ray-Bans yesterday, and I used the onboard credit for it. So they cost me, it's 143 quid. Ray-Bans cost me nothing. So you can literally, if you wanted to get perfume, alcohol, baccy, whatever, you can use it. So it's amazing, really. So yeah, it's certainly something that shouldn't be sniffed at, for sure. I was going to go for a little bit of a walk, but I'm just not quite sure exactly what's happening. I'm trying to see what's there. Yeah, we won't go for a walk today, because I'm going to do a bit more exploring before I do some lives on sort of walking around the interior of the ship, just so I know exactly where's where and what have you. So yeah, as I say, today is quite a relaxing day. Can you feel the ship moving? Yeah, you absolutely can. As I was saying at the very beginning, you know, it was quite sort of choppy last night, and you could definitely feel the boat sort of swaying from one side to the other. But it's not. I mean, if it was really choppy, you would know about it, obviously. But in answer, you know, yeah, you sometimes feel yourself sort of going a little bit like this, but it's not bad. You know, this is a very big ship, and I think it would have to be pretty choppy to sort of really start sort of seeing some of those sort of videos that you see when chairs are flying from one end of the place to the other and stuff like that. So, and believe you me, guys, I was never a huge boating person as a kid. Didn't like it at all. So, you know, if I can do it, I think anyone should give it a go. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think, as with everything in life, give it a try. You'd be surprised over this motion sickness, because James, my son, he suffers from it quite badly, and he has these bands that he uses on his wrists, and it really does help, although he's not asked to use them. Although last night, I will be honest, we were having dinner and it was a little bit sort of side to side, as I've said, and he was struggling a bit, but he wasn't ill. He just went back to the room, got his travel bands, and then he's 14 and there's loads of sort of teenagers on board, and they all sort of, after dinner, they all just went and pleased themselves. And I don't think we saw him till about 10:30 last night. It's so nice when they get to an age where they can just go off and please themselves. Myself, Julia and Mum went to the theatre last night. We watched the headliners. They were performing sort of different music sort of genres, and they finished it off with a James Bond set, which was really good, and I'm a massive James Bond fan. And it was amazing, actually. It was really good. So definitely, if you ever do get the chance to come on this ship, they are definitely worth a watch, and they were pretty good, to be fair, on Ventura as well. So yeah, it was certainly worth a watch for that. As I say, today is just going to be a pretty lazy day. There's a Grand Prix on later, which I'm going to be watching for sure. And sort of apart from that, we're hoping, because we're now going to be off the coast of Portugal, dropping down sort of into the Med, that it's going to be warmer today, so we're either going to find a sunbed, or if we can't find a sunbed, we're very lucky that the side of the ship we're on will be in the sun. We will definitely be out there, and if I am, I will certainly go live and we will show you exactly what is going on from that point of view. Alright guys, I think we'll wrap this up. It's been good having your company. I'll just show you again, if people are just joining up. This is the atrium. We're on the third of 3 floors. This is sort of the bars where I am. Then you've got the shops below, and then there's some more sort of cafes and what have you below, and then on the very bottom. Right guys, where are we? I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, it'd be nice to talk to you as well, and do watch out for the vlogs that are coming out, because they, you know, will show you more of the ship. Obviously with me editing, you know, people here and stuff like that. So do subscribe. The first embarkation day vlog and sort of introduction is coming out tonight at 5 o'clock. That's UK time. It will be coming out, depending on where you're watching from. Will depend on what time that comes out. So do give it a go. Thanks for the like. Do make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell button, because whenever I'm live, you will know about it. Once we're in the ports, we're going to be doing loads as well. So it's going to be loads to sort of, for me to do, loads to keep you entertained, hopefully. Usually when the family are with me, that's when the mickey taking starts. So it's probably a bit more entertaining when everyone's with me. But hey ho, I just try and give you as much information as I can to help out people in the future. If I can help one person out, that's one person more I've helped out, isn't it? So, right guys, take it easy and join us in about probably an hour or so, and you'll see me on the promenade deck doing 7 laps, which will be a mile, and that'll be the exercise done. Cheers.